StockPulse Newsroom talking core mining today. Core mining trades as KORE, Toronto Venture Exchange, KOREF on the OTCQX in the States. So they've been in the news. They completed their initial engineering and economic assessment for their Imperial project scenarios. They're in Southern California. To run through the details of that news, I've got the CEO, Scott Trebilcock. So, Scott, appreciate you taking the time here. And looks like you're certainly getting somewhere on the project here. So I guess before we dig into the current day news here, let's backtrack a bit here, maybe catch investors up on how Core's been doing here in 21, and then we'll get into current day activities.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks, Rob, for having us. So Core's got two heap leach gold projects in California with 4 million ounces of gold. Eric Sprott owns 26% of the company, so he's backing that we can create some real value out of these assets. The assets were found in the 1990s when heap leaching was invented in the United States. Environmental regulations got tough. The gold price got low in the early 2000s, and these assets all went on, care and maintenance. And Core was able to pick them up, and we, into this new cycle of gold price, we think we can generate a lot of value to our shareholders by pushing these projects forward. They're both in particular the Imperial project, whose office is located behind me, is in on federal land, really in the middle of nowhere. There's been lots of work done on the projects that show that they should be able to be brought forward to production because there's no significant issues or barriers in the way as far as environment or infrastructure. So I think we're in a great position to create value from 4 million ounces, and Eric Sprott thinks so. So we're pushing forward.
Yeah, that's a good guy to have in your story there, Scott. So yeah, let's talk about how 22 is going to unfold here. What kind of work's going to get done?
Yeah, absolutely. So in 2022, we're focused primarily on two objectives. The first is to drill our Long Valley project. So we got a permit from the U.S. Forest Service in the back half of last year, but we weren't able to secure a driller because we were undertaking a fairly small program. Drillers were super busy and really tight after all the fundraising in 2020, and 2021 was real tough to get equipment. So we're allowed to start drilling by permit in the 1st of June. And so we're currently looking to secure a drill to start drilling that project. And that's about resource expansion. We've got 1.7 million ounces. We've got about a $300 million NPV PEA on the project, but we believe there's a lot more ounces that can change the nature of that project and maybe even take it underground. So getting some drill holes in the targets there is objective number one over the summer. And in the meantime, we are continuing to permit in Imperial. 2021, Core took a huge hit when we took about a year delay in permitting our first drill holes at the Imperial project, which really is our flagship. So getting that back on track and getting that permit in the back half of the year to drill either at that project later in the year or early next year is objective number two.
Yeah, and for those not familiar with California, give us a little backstory there. It seems like you said things are clear here permit-wise. A pretty friendly place to be.
No, it's California, right? Yeah. Like friendly is the wrong word, but It's all dependent on location. So on the flip side, California has 3 industrial scale heap leach gold mines that have all gone into production, in the last 5 years and have been permitted in the last 10 years. So it is a place you can permit and build gold mines, but it's very subject to location. Like there's many counties. California is a huge place and diverse place. There's many counties and places in California you wouldn't want to go anywhere near with mining. You can't even put in an aggregate pit, let alone a mine. However, our Imperial project is located out in Imperial County, California. There's a long history of mining. There's the Mesquite mine, which operates only about 14 miles from our project. So lots of infrastructure and lots of support for future mining operations. So it's very dependent on where, but California is California. The standards are high, the costs are high, and sometimes the bureaucracy can move slow. And we faced that last year, but we think we're moving forward because we're out right now completing the EA, which is the environmental assessment to get that permit in place for our first drilling at Imperial. So we are moving forward.
Okay. Appreciate that update, and we'll certainly look forward to keep around the wire for more. It's Scott Trebilcock. He is the CEO, Core Mining, KORE, Toronto Venture Exchange, KOREF, OTCQX in the States. Again, Scott, thanks for the time, and we'll look forward to checking back in if you have some more news to report.
Awesome. Thanks, Rob.